go through so much issues and problems and challenges with men, and that they in turn were like, you don't need a man so that you don't have to go through what I and your grandmother before went through. And I think that's part of the challenge.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, that's the question. Do you prefer to be needed or wanted?
I'd rather be wanted.
Do you prefer to be needed or wanted? Do you prefer to be needed or wanted?
Needed.
I want to be needed.
So,
Why would she ask that? Who wants to be wanted? If you want it, a want is like lust. It come and go so easy. A need is like love, but need. I wonder where she going with this. Cause that fatal attraction got me rethinking. I don't think I want to be needed if somebody might be fatal over you.
You to need me.
so I think
So that you can dangle your such a rebel.
No, because once go.
Can I finish my fucking statement? I asked the question for a reason. Like, we have to, again, etymology, right? We're talking about words and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if someone says, sure, I don't need you, but I want you, and I'm going to show you that I want you. I'm going to communicate with you like I want you.
Oh, I
I'm
get
going
what
to behave
she's
in a manner that I
saying.
want you.
If somebody needs you, they there because they obligated to be. Like, if somebody want to be there, nah, that's like if you living with somebody and they thinking, oh, if you get money, you're not gonna need me no more. So if I get money and I still come around and you say I don't need you, then I'm fucking with you because I want to. So I get what she's saying now. When somebody needs you, that obligation there. Okay, I get it. It's different. Like you can look at the same shit in different angles. I looked at it totally different. Now I'm looking at it totally different.
Fucking need. I don't understand why everybody's caught up on need. No, we do not need somebody to survive. No, I don't need my husband to survive. I was surviving before him, and I can survive after
before
him.
you met me, you
I would
can't
be
get
better
money.
if something happened to him. I'm gonna be paid. So at the end of the day, it's not about need. I think what's more important is that you want somebody and that you show them through your actions and through your words that you want them. I don't understand why we get so caught up on this need shit. Like I think it's beyond me. Because you said you want to be wanted, and when you want somebody, you are making a concerted effort. How you act, how you talk to them, how you treat them, how you think about them, you know, as the days progress. You know,
Right.
like in your future thoughts, you know. It's because you want them there.
Right.
It's not because you need them there. So I think
This is crazy. All I heard was I think it's two levels. I think we need a person on a general scale. Like you need love to survive, or you really just not gonna be happy. But the person that you choose to get that love from, you want that person. You need love, but that's in general.
Isolation is dangerous. It's just as comparable to like really.
You said isolation is? Isolation is dangerous. So you need a person, but the person that you need, you want that person. But it still don't stem away from the fact that you need love in order to.
yeah, but needing love,
Like,
that's a
You need
general.
love,
That's what I'm saying.
though.
That's why I
You
said
need a
you still
person.
kind of that person that you want that love
come
from.
and go.
In a sense, you need.
Okay, so I have a question for this.
You know, it's so
Parents, that's
fucking
only
Do you
unconditional.
think that a romantic love is needed in your life?
No,
You don't see
That's
the-
wanted.
I think it's one.
Desired and
Okay.
wanted.
What's romantic love?
So wait,
No, because she's saying love is
Do y'all know what need means? Like you will die without. You need water and oxygen, food. Those are needs to live. But the shit that you desire, I just want a nice house and that shit. You ain't gonna die without that. That shit that you desire and want. That is not need. Let's get it together, people.
very generic. Like you can have the love of need can be from anywhere, from your friends, it could be from
But-
family. It doesn't have to be a romantic type of love.
You know what the craziest thing is? I sit up here and I listen to this world say, I don't need something, I want something. Let me tell you something about wants. Wants are conditional. I want my woman to need me. I need unconditional love. I need non-negotiable love. You need air? Because the thing. Hold on. Do we need air? Yeah. If you hold your breath and say, no, I want air, I don't need air, and you try to ignore
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna die. You need that.
I want to
Need water and food.
No, I don't want you to want me at all. I want you to need me because I need. When a person, yo, that's what. When you think about it, when people needed each
get that
other,
oxygen and get a shot of romance in them. Nobody was having a fucking CPR attack, and they said, let's inject him with a shot of romance. That'll get him going. How was you dying? What happened, man? They said I had low potassium, and they hooked me up to the IV, shot me up with that romance, and brought me right back to life. Nobody needs romance. What the fuck?
I don't even know. 11 months, 12 months, whatever. My great grandfather died. My great grandmother died a year later.
Not mine.
But they needed each other.
Somebody gonna say not mine. He told his story. What the
For
fuck?
me, that was because they needed each other.
Oh.
Yeah, we want each other because you're 30.
I see he talking some shit that's gonna go over people's head. I worked with this guy. My boss was like down there in his 80s. One of his buddies was down there in their 70s, so he came in on like a Valentine's Day type of day. Sad. He say, lonely house, lonely couch. Broke all our hearts. We're like, what? He said, it was only one woman for me. I'm just going. And then when after he told us the story, my man I worked with said, I give him 3 years, he'll be dead. I'm like, whoa. And I thought like, why would you wish that? He ain't like, I ain't wishing death. I'm just saying, when you that heart broke, when people grow old together like that, I give them 3 years. And then the next one gonna die. That's how life go. And then this older Mexican woman who worked with us agreed and said, told her history of how that worked with some people she knew. And then I thought about all the people I knew that was like grew up like that, including my parents. And I'm like, damn, fuck, that's crazy how life worked like that.
30 years old, you're 35, you're 32, you're 25. We got our whole lives each other. I don't need you, I want you. When you're 5 years old, you've been with this same person, and there ain't no market for you after that. This is the first sign to needing somebody. See, now let's say she needs you because you are the bag. No, I don't want you needing for my money. That's what I'm saying. So when you say I want her to need me, then she can need me out of necessity. And if somebody can replace me and she no longer needs me, she don't want you. With want.
And that's not needed.
The only reason why I want you is because you're doing the things that I desire. The second you stop doing the things I desire, guess what happens with my want? It fades. Now, if you need me, even this is what men do, and it's unfortunate, right? Because I don't subscribe to this. But a man would say, "Oh, she don't got money. She's in a tough situation growing up. She needs a man with money. I want to be the man with money that she needs." So then what ends up happening is she becomes dependent on him. Then we get the girls to come on in at the table and tell us that it's his fault because he turned her out to a lifestyle that is unrealistic.
What's the dark girl name? Who we talking about? Jada Ray? We ain't gonna say no name. We ain't gonna say no name. He could be talking about, it's a million gold diggers in the world. We ain't gonna say no name.
I don't know.
Not by definition. Not by definition.
Need love. You don't necessarily need.
When you say something about need, that means it is it's essential
for life.
to survival.
It's
essential. It's like,
because you compared it to air, Rico.
Right? Like
yes,
that's what I thought need was.
But that's the thing. No, but it's definitely not the same. But that's what I want.
But that's what need is.
But that is also.
So therefore, nobody can never feel like I can never feel like I need nobody. Nobody can never feel like they need me if it's not the same.
Yeah.
You know, Rico, I think that people can love unconditionally. I think in my
you can't love unconditionally for something you just want.
No, that's not true.
If you need that,
here we go.
you can't need me. You need me. I'm like that.
Mr. breaks it down. I'm breaking down the word unconditional. I don't know if y'all watched the New Edition. The New Edition movie, y'all heard them say unconditional love. And y'all said, ooh, that sounds so good, let's just say that. Do y'all know what unconditional means? Like, I want a man who won't cheat, won't lie, be honest, do this, do that, do the one thing that you name. Every single thing you name are called conditions. Oh, fuck him, he a liar. Fuck him, he that. I thought he was so this and he did that. Everything is conditioned. So when y'all say that word unconditional, I hope y'all know, like, that mean like when a mama see her kids was a serial killer and she still like, I still love my baby, I'm supporting my baby no matter what he did. That's unconditional. No matter what the fuck he do, I'm still gonna love him and support him and stand behind him. That's unconditional. how I feel for my kids, how like y'all stupid. I don't even like y'all just I don't even know what to say, man.
Air that you breathe. You're going to die without me.
Oh Lord.
Well, I mean, like that was.
That's what needs me.
I'm just saying, like you need air.
You're like, oh,
No.
Listen, but what I'm saying is this. First of all, it's a figure of speech and it's an example. It's a metaphor. But what we're not gonna do is sit here and try to jump off the deep end. Obviously, if I'm with my wife,
You jumped off the deep end comparing.
if I'm with my wife and I die, I don't expect my wife to die because I'm gone. But
she needs you, so she will.
but
But she needs you, so she's gonna. Oh no!
But
No,
what
we
I
ain't gonna
will
let
say
her
is,
stop.
in the
Inject
need
her with
of
the
a
romance at
romanticized
once.
way, or in need of a married way. We're talking about I don't want another woman. I don't need any other love outside of you. I just desire your love so much that I need it a part of my everyday life as long as you are alive. Whatever that may be. Now everybody loves differently. And I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. I know we all had different partners. I know all of our partners we had different experiences on, right? Some of my partners love me better than the others.
Nigga, you don't do the gymnastics that you doing over here.
You know what I'm saying? But without you feel me? Like I don't get. First of all, I promise you this. I promise you this. This when we talk about what's the problem, this is the problem. People want and people are disposable because experiences are easy to obtain. So now, because you want me and I'm easily to experience, and guess what? The replica and others are easy to experience because the world is so accessible. You just keep wanting. That's called greed. And you know what happens with greed? Ultimately, you'll fail. And that's why we have this gender war. That's why we have all of this failed relationships because it does not stop.
So that means if I did want a wife in the end, I was too greedy when I was young. But thinking, oh, I get chose. That's the kind of people who don't get chose want to get chose so bad. People who get chose get so used to getting chose, you think like, I'm going to get chose forever. So I take for granted choices that choose me. I could have had so many good women that was wifey material that I never like even cared about. So by the time I even think like if I do ever get old and want to settle down and be like, nobody wants me anymore, I'm old now. I get what he's saying, that makes sense. But luckily for me, I already plan on being single forever, so I don't give a fuck.
All you do is want a bunch of things that look new, and everything that is gold doesn't shine.
The same person every day. Yeah.
What?
It doesn't have to be greedy.
Exactly.
Right.
It's a conditional effort.
I get it.
Yes, it is. I think the words are interchangeable at this point. I think they both got flip sides and they at this point it's the same thing on both sides. I just think that overall it comes down to just people with these false images of what love is and shit like that. Relationships.
They are.
Yeah, people don't know themselves and they're trying to be somebody else. And then you looking on Instagram and you looking online and you seeing somebody else's relationship or this person who don't have a relationship and they're the happiest person in the world.
In the hotel room.
Or then you're supposed to think that you're supposed to Lori Harvey your situation. And that's everybody.
Yeah, I'm like,
where you find all the top dudes and
I'm
she
gonna
wanted them. She good thing. She's an independent woman. That's what
I don't know. Like, the thing is,
she's out here, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't need a man, and she's having fun with whoever she wants at the moment. She wants men. That's what she wants to do.
That's her. We not worried about that. But
Yeah, but I mean, but that's what other women take that. But look at who. But no offense to her. But we've done a lot of research. You can check out my YouTube channel on her mother, and her mother was jumping from relationship to relationship, even within the same family, And so what happens is we have a bunch of people. And this goes into the flip side of what we're talking about in the prehistoric, well not prehistoric, but history in terms of like the 1980s, the 1970s, the 1960s, when we're talking about the products of what we have today, right? We have all these different things that have happened to men and women who are now trying to raise kids. No offense, but I said this on many podcasts. that fathers need to hold their daughters more accountable, because
Yes, they do.
the way I reprimand my daughter and my son is not even the same, and they can do the same thing. And that's why well, not no more, because I made a conscious effort to stop. But if I didn't, I would be a fool to expect my daughter to think that she doesn't have to suffer the same consequences of actions as a man. And then when we have that same girl go out into this world and she does something and she goes, yeah, but you know, I'm a girl, it should be okay. And it's like, no, it's not. Then we have the same flip side of we have the same flip side of men, no offense to Amanda, that's saying that, hey, you need to get money as a defense mechanism so you can't be controlled. That's not the first time I heard that. And the problem when you raise a child up that way, whether it's a girl or a boy, is they're not getting money just for the sole fact of actually benefiting their legacy. They're getting money just to try to protect themselves from being played. Not knowing you can still get played.
But it's better
Hold on, because I'm
to be
about to chime
broken
in
hearted
right
with
now.
some money than to be broken hearted with broke
He only has
pockets.
girls.
I've
So
been in both
there's
boats.
no comparison. He has no sons. So I don't.
Listen, I got 2 daughters. There's nothing wrong with somebody telling their daughter to get some fucking money. Because what you can't dodge is heartbreak. So I'm going to tell y'all this. It's better to be broken hearted with some money in your pocket than it is to be broken hearted with broke pockets. If you broke and broken hearted, that is the fucked upest feeling in the world. That's why people be wanting to kill themselves and drive off bridges and shit. Like, just imagine that. Your heart broke. I could deal with it, but I knew how fucked up and how hard it was for me to deal with. So I can, like, when I hear these stories, now I'm really thinking, I can imagine, like, that's the downest bottom you go. You thinking the whole world against you, laughing at you, and you broke. You broke. I done been broken hearted with money in my pocket. You could go out, you could go have a good time. You ain't even thinking about whoever broke your heart. Other bitches see you, you getting chose, they smiling in your face, your confidence lifted. You knew you was that nigga, and you're getting reassured. So when you broke, it's just like feeling like you a bum. You just rock bottom. You don't want that. So no matter what, get you some fucking money. Yes, it makes sense. And you can depend on less people. People you feel like you need them, they treat you a certain type of way. When they see you don't need them, then they respect you more. So get you some fucking money.
Okay, we ain't got to talk about it.
He got a couple sons. Wait, he got a couple sons.
Child, I don't even know why I said yes or
You gotta forget. Don't forget, he's Caribbean.
I don't regret at all the way my father raised me, even though it ain't no secret, me and my father don't be on the same page at all. But I don't regret how he raised me at all. And it doesn't even have anything to do with you gotta get money so a nigga can't, control you and dangle his money over. You have to be successful because you gonna try to, get your rinky dinky job and be like, okay, I gotta get a man with money. We don't do that over here. I don't need a man with money. If I have a man with money, oh, that's great. You bring in something to my table, but I don't need it. That's how I was raised. And if I wasn't, I honestly think about how I could have came up on my own in this day and age. Social media, shit that's being put on TV and these reality shows. Like, if I would have came up like all these other bitches, like going on dates just to get a meal, wanting a man just for the money, like I could not imagine me being that type of bitch. So I do not regret the way my father raised me at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Ditto.
No, and the crazy part too, see, I think a big thing that gets skipped over. Men, when we get money or we provide, we see everything as a whole. We see family units. That's why you got a lot of dudes who take care of their whole crew. Because that's just what we do. See, those dudes don't got women and wives, so they got their crew. But we like that. We run in packs, so my pack would be my wife and my kids. Whatever I do is to make sure they cool regardless. Same way you said, like, it's choices. For men, there is no choice. It's eat or be eaten. So we're gonna do whatever to make sure the wife and the kids got food, can go to school, and a roof over their head. Regardless of the situation, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Women, if y'all go out and get money, it's more like it's a singular thing. It's like it's about me. I'm gonna get this bag for myself.
Is the woman married or is it? Like,
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I feel like even if the woman is married, if she go and get the bag, it's not about taking care of the home. It's about taking care of herself. I feel like she's gonna go acquire this bag, and she's not thinking about how she gotta make sure her husband and her kids is good. She gonna make sure the kids is good by nature, but it's really about self. Especially if she don't have kids, then it ain't about building with nobody. It ain't about making sure anybody's good. This is her own little bubble of security.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember, I think you mentioned trauma.
Yeah, about being hurt by people in the
I
past.
think that you're literally going down the same path of like that conversation. I mean, the statement you made about trauma, because you know why she wants to make sure she's safe and has that little cocoon of money. It's because she saw her mama get played. Her mama had to, maybe got divorced. Her grandparents got divorced or something, and the mom was there having to struggle and figure things out.
It could be that, but I didn't go back into justify it. I was about to say, I think some of them. I said that too, but I think that some females, even without that trauma, it's just a natural thing. If you had a kid, you had a baby boy, you had a baby girl, and you put them in a bubble, and you never let them experience any trauma, that female, she's going to make sure she's good. The man is going to make sure everybody's good. Whoever's around him that got something to do with him, he's going to make sure everybody's good. That's just what men do. So when women get to this place of where now they can do this and do that, men, we feel so way because shit, we've been taking care of every fucking body for the longest. Oh, so fuck me now. Now that I'm doing bad, now that we the low person at the totem pole is fuck me. The cops is locking me up. They beating my ass. They not giving us jobs because they forced us to sell drugs. And then we can't get shit done. You know what I'm saying? We can't get loans. We got bad credit because we put our credit out to try to make sure we all was straight. So now you go fix your credit up, and you ain't even giving a nigga a loan. You're not letting a nigga use your credit. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that men run into. We run into all these women that's just about self. And men, we don't know how to do that. I think now men are trying to get like that, but that's not how you are.
Took care of too many motherfuckers.
I'm coming about time.
There's a dead body in the field.
I just want to see everybody shine. I want all my niggas shine.
Trying to solve a
You
murder.
get kids, you want shit.
I know what you want.
That's my best time. What a flat.
You never heard that. Ever. You never heard a female rapper. I said all my girls. There's like 3 female rappers.
No, you just said all the male rappers are dope.
I don't know.
Nah, but I mean, even ones who money do the same thing
There's like
too.
3 female rappers.
And might I just add that males they're boasters. You don't even know what a female rapper is doing if they don't say it in an interview. If they don't go around saying it, that doesn't mean they did it. They didn't buy their mama house. They got all this money. They didn't buy their mama house.
The only ones I really see.
Yeah, they could pay their
You
mama,
gotta pay my
but not
mama
all their
bills
friends.
and all that other stuff. So
I think women will take care of some things. Women will take care of their immediate family, not their men. But we talking about regular levels. We talking about regular
Not all
levels.
their friends.
I'm sorry.
Not like you got $1 billion.
Wait. You said if a woman gets money, she's not gonna take care of a man if he's in a position like where he needs to be taken care of.
Yeah, I said exactly. I said it. Let's same exact context. I'm making sure you understand. Same exact context. We're talking about people. We're talking about rappers, right?
we're talking about just people. We're talking about general people.
No, we're.
You just said.
You can say general,
I
because I know where you're going with it. Yeah. I was basing off Alex's example. Women will take care of their immediate family first, and they won't take care of their man. In a sense that there is a time limit and threshold on how long that man has. Her mom could have been a whole prostitute all her childhood, and yet she'll still put her mom up in the mansion and pay that, I don't care, and pay that mortgage every single month. The dude could be treating her great, but he just financially fucked up, and he got 24 months to get his act right.
Wait, guys, don't you think that there's more reason?
No, let me. I asked for a reason. I asked this question for a reason, and you just said that women will take care of their families. First
Immediate.
Okay, yeah. So your immediate huh? Oh, sorry. The immediate family, and I'm speaking from being like from a wife's perspective. My immediate family is my husband. My immediate family is my kids. That's what I'm gonna take care of. I'm actually gonna take care of them before I ever take care of my parents. Because that's the family that I created, period. And if you choose to do otherwise, that's on you. But if you somebody out here and you're married and you're not willing to take care of your own family that you created first, and you gonna put your mama, who's a crackhead and a prostitute, whatever you just said, in a house,
See,
and you living in an apartment, like why would you say what
Go
kind of
ahead,
decision you made?
so like now you said
Why
you
is
should
you
have
have
a
a ring to do that?
So you felt it too. You need a ring to do that. He said if you married and you're not willing to, that's the problem. Women, y'all gotta until y'all married, it's all for something. Now you might be willing to sacrifice a little bit for your man.
You're married, you're single until you're married. That's
See,
what
but
men
men, we don't work like that. A girl ain't putting a ring on her finger before we taking care of everything. Oh, you down bad? Your rent messed up?
You like,
But even think about
you
but
made a choice to do that. Like why? So you can't complain about making a choice to take care of a woman who is not your wife. If it's an L, you better hold that L. Because
that's not an L, that's men being men. And then
You
you
can't
make
justify why is a man doing something that's hypothetical. The point is, women are trying to make it like y'all not selfish, but if you break down the whole details of everything, y'all are more selfish than men. That's the point. You can't, well, if a man decides to do this, you can't justify why a man want to do something. The point is, the women won't do it.
Now we can just say,
Eric, can I ask you a
make a nigga feel bad because he was compassionate for the woman and held her up and did what he was supposed to do as a man regardless. If you fucking a girl or you dealing with her, a period, or even period, you in position and that person is not, what you do as a man is you handle that. If somebody hungry, you feed them. That's how men are. But women is like, okay, we not married.
Think you ain't
Your
married.
bag bigger than mine. For the moment, I'm down bad. Like he said, the clock's starting now. Now it's like, I hope we got a plan. You got a plan? What you gonna do?
Yeah.
How long you gonna be broke?
Yeah.
What we gonna do about this?
Yeah.
Now we can't do this. Now shit getting real. Now you busting this shit out. What the fuck? I'm down bad for 2 seconds. Men, we gonna figure it out, but we go through ups and downs. Where women, y'all shit different because you don't get out there and you don't go sell drugs, y'all don't go steal cars, and y'all ain't hitting licks because you're a woman. Most of y'all get educated.
Because apparently you ain't gotta go for that, then y'all don't
So I mean,
understand.
all right. So you got women might go dance if shit get tough.
There's other things to do.
Women might,
Not all women can do that
but you
though.
don't get locked up for stripping.
No, I'm saying, why do you keep reverting back
Yeah,
to
but
what
barely. It's reality though. Barely. Prostitution is like you barely get locked up for that shit. That's like on TV
Why do
maybe.
you no reverting back to going to the corner? Like, let's say you were an electrician and you had a good job, and let's say the company closed down and you down. Like, why?
You could do that too. I mean, I guess I go back to that because of, like you said, we all deal with traumas. My trauma is hustling and shit like that. I've been down bad.
Sell dope.
Yeah, but shit, some of them.
No, but he most likely had two parents.
He loses his job. He still got a mortgage. His homeboy is a block boy. He might fall into some shit for 2 seconds, and now he in trouble.
Thank you.
But yeah, but it's definitely way. My thing is, like, we go to what we know and what we surrounded by.
And especially when we talk about like the minorities.
Selling dope. What I look like being on the corner?
I feel like.
Would you like some of this sugar booger?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's how the woman and man dynamic got switched up. It's like we had different chances. We take different chances.
Right.
And it's a majority. Like as much as you say, like, oh, you can talk about the left. There's a lot of people that end up selling drugs.
But the thing is, I never
And
take.
look at right now. First of all,
I never take away. Hold on, Rico. I'm not a person that
City.
ever took away from the value of a man. But me talking about my issues and my challenges doesn't take away from your value. I'm just bringing you what my grievances and my challenges are. My issue is because I want to talk about solutions, is why do we always get defensive? You know what I'm saying? We don't have to take away from each other. Me saying I want this or I would like that does not devalue your wants and needs either.
Right.
And that's part of the problem. You're like, women, men, and this is where we get lost in this conversation.
I mean, I think because we're early on in the conversation, so it's just like a relationship.
So we need
early in the year. No, not you need grace to bug out. All this is a new stage and a new thing, and it's being broadcasted at a rate never seen before. So it's all new. So just like a relationship, you got to go through this hard time to be able to understand that communication is key.
Right.
And eventually we'll recognize, like, damn, all right, let's chill. we've been doing this for a while and this shit ain't getting us nowhere. Let's talk. And then you'll start to see some progress, but it still will require people relinquishing their guard. Like, you gotta give up something. Like, everybody's gonna have to give. The man is now gonna have to give, and the woman's gonna have to give. She's gonna have to become a little submissive, as well as the man will have to become submissive. You get what I'm saying? It goes both ways. You know what? Not till they realize.
I agree.
You know what? Wait, you know what I think the problem is too? No, stop this. Here's the issue.
No, I do think men need grace.
You have to think about it. Men are literally.
I'm not running on no grace. Nobody needs grace. Listen,
Serious?
listen.
You have to look at the change in society. There's a huge power, like a power shift right now. And just like a women need grace, and I've actually never said this on here, but now that I think about it, this is a huge shock to men, to the ego, to the conscience, to your nuts, like everything. It's
Subscribe.
not the life that your father
Comment.
lived. It's
Tell
not
me
the
what y'all
life
want
that
me to
your
break down
grandfather lived
next.
or your